At St. Matthew's Chapel, amid the solemn air of a funeral service, an unexpected guest turned a poignant eulogy into a moment etched in history. As Sarah Martinez paid tribute to her father, a beloved high school basketball coach, a hush fell over the congregation when the heavy oak doors creaked open. There, backlit by the morning sun, stood a figure as monumental as a mountain. Big Shaq, the basketball legend, filled the doorway with his towering presence. Dressed in a sleek black Armani suit, the air thickened with awe, and for a moment the world outside ceased to exist. Behind him, a procession of giants followed. Current stars and retired legends of basketball, each donned in impeccable suits, entered with measured steps, their usual swagger replaced by the gravity of the moment. They bore white roses, symbols of reverence for a man who had quietly sculpted the futures of countless youths from behind the scenes. Robert Martinez had dedicated over 5 decades to mentoring young athletes at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Newark, New Jersey. His life's work was not about crafting professional sports icons, but about rescuing at-risk youth from the brink through the discipline and camaraderie of basketball. He believed in the transformative power of sports, that all a young person needed was someone to believe in them when no one else would. Before dawn each day, Robert's keys jingled as he opened the gym doors, a beacon for those with nowhere else to turn. He stayed late, often buying shoes with his modest salary for kids whose souls were nearly worn through, always ensuring the gifts appeared quietly to preserve his players' dignity. The gym was a sanctuary where troubled teens found purpose, where sneakers squeaking on the polished wood floor sang a chorus of hope and resilience. Among those who had passed through Robert's gym was a young Shaquille O'Neal, a gangly, unfocused boy teetering on the edge of a precarious future. Robert had seen beyond Shaq's rough exterior, recognizing a latent greatness that merely needed nurturing. Under Robert's tutelage, Shaq found not just his path in basketball, but in life, absorbing lessons of respect, discipline, and the value of education. Now, standing at the podium with the same humility he once saw in his coach, Big Shaq cleared his throat, his voice heavy with emotion. "Coach Martinez saved my life," he confessed, "but I'm just one of thousands he reached, one of the countless lives forever altered by his faith in us." Shaq's revelation moved the crowd profoundly. Behind him, the assembly of basketball greats stood as living testaments to Robert's legacy, not just as athletes, but as mentors, community leaders, and advocates for youth empowerment. Shaq announced the formation of the Robert Martinez Foundation, endowed to support basketball programs and youth mentorship nationwide. As each player laid a rose on Robert's casket, the chapel filled with an aura of sacred respect. These men, molded by Robert's principles, were not just mourning a coach, but honoring a hero who had fought for their futures in a world that often counted them out before they could even begin. Elena Martinez, clutching the pew for support, wept openly as the procession approached. Her tears, once frozen by grief, now flowed from a wellspring of gratitude and pride. When Big Shaq embraced her, it was not just a gesture of condolence, but a promise that her husband's spirit would live on, his dreams for a better future continuing to unfold in the lives he had shaped. As the service concluded, the story of Robert's quiet, profound impact began to ripple beyond the walls of St. Matthew's Chapel. Sports networks and community blogs lit up with tales of his unassuming heroism, inspiring a new generation to lift up those behind them. The transformative power of mentorship had changed not just a gym or a neighborhood, but had woven a thread of hope through the fabric of countless lives across the nation. Elena's tears that day were a testament not only to her loss, but to the enduring legacy of a man who had devoted his life to the service of others, proving that true greatness often resides not in the accolades received, but in the lives touched. In the days that followed, the impact of Robert Martinez's legacy was felt far beyond the emotional confines of St. Matthew's Chapel. The Robert Martinez Foundation quickly became a beacon of hope, channeling funds and resources into underprivileged communities, ensuring that young athletes had access to both sports and educational opportunities. The foundation's outreach didn't stop at basketball courts. It extended into classrooms, providing scholarships and mentorship programs designed to foster leadership and academic excellence alongside athletic prowess. As Big Shaq and other NBA stars championed Robert's philosophy across the country, gymnasiums transformed into hubs of positive energy and potential. In Newark, the renovation of the gym where Robert had spent countless hours coaching began with fervor. The new facility was to be named Robert Martinez Memorial Court, equipped with state-of-the-art amenities and open doors to any child in need of a place to grow, both in skill and character. The foundation also launched a series of workshops and camps, each session beginning with discussions about life skills, much like those Robert had held. These programs didn't just produce better athletes, they crafted well-rounded individuals. Every dribble and dunk was infused with lessons about perseverance, teamwork, and integrity values that Robert had instilled in his students. Elena Martinez, inspired by the overwhelming support, took an active role in the foundation. She found solace in continuing her husband's work, often speaking at events and sharing personal stories of how Robert's dedication had touched lives. Her presence brought a poignant authenticity to the Foundation's mission, reminding everyone of the man behind the cause. Months turned into years, and the Foundation's influence grew exponentially. Annual events in Robert's honor brought communities together, celebrating achievements not only on the court but also in life. Stories of success poured in from all over the country, students who had gone on to college on scholarships, young adults who had returned to their neighborhoods to coach and mentor the next generation, and even troubled youths who had turned their lives around completely. Amid these stories, Shaq remained a prominent figure in the Foundation. His visits to the Robert Martinez Memorial Court were not just ceremonial, they were deeply personal. He engaged with the kids, shared meals with them, and listened to their dreams, echoing the mentorship he had once received. The legacy of Robert Martinez lived on not only in these grand gestures but in quieter moments, two small acts of kindness that mirrored his approach to life. His photo album, filled with snapshots of graduation days and family celebrations, continued to grow as former students sent pictures of their milestones, each one a testament to the profound impact of his mentorship. As Elena watched a new generation thrive under the guidance her husband had inspired, her tears of sorrow gradually transformed into tears of pride. The chapel where they had all gathered to mourn was now a distant memory, replaced by vivid images of vitality and growth. The foundation that bore Robert's name was a living tribute to his belief in the potential of every child to rise above their circumstances. In the end, the unannounced arrival of Big Shaq at the funeral had sparked a movement that went far beyond what anyone had anticipated. It wasn't just about remembering a great coach, it was about perpetuating his vision across generations, ensuring that his ideals of hard work, respect, and community support continued to resonate. Elena's journey through grief to pride was shared by many who had known Robert, and now by many who would never meet him but would benefit from his life's work. His legacy was secure, a legacy not of trophies or accolades, but of lives changed and futures brightened. And in that ongoing story of transformation and hope, the spirit of Robert Martinez lived on forever, a coach, a mentor, and a beacon of unwavering belief in the power of mentorship.